Hi, I'm Kareem from Animo, and today I would like to talk to you about some work we've been doing over the last few weeks in Aries framework JavaScript, and more particular, work regarding the architecture reference framework. So for those who don't know, the architecture reference framework is a document that was first published at the start of this year by the European Commission, and in this document, various aspects of the soon-to-be European digital identity ecosystem are described, and in more particular, the requirements. This document goes into the requirements around the European digital identity wallet. And one of the things that is mentioned there are the technical standards that European identity wallets are required to follow. Now, as you may or may not know, at Animo, we have been working with and still are working with and contributing to Aries framework JavaScript a lot. Aries framework JavaScript is a Hyperledger Aries project, and it's essentially a framework that allows developers to build digital identity solutions based on the verifiable credential standard. One of the cool things about Aries framework JavaScript is that it's a multi-platform framework. It is able to run in both Node.js as well as React Native environments. And this essentially means that it allows developers to build both server-side and mobile identity solutions, all with the same framework. And well, because of this, Aries framework JavaScript has become a somewhat popular choice for building mobile wallets, and it powers several wallets, identity wallets, currently available in the App Store. However, Aries framework JavaScript was built on a different set of standards than those outlined in the ARF. And what this essentially means is that currently Aries framework JavaScript based wallets are not able to talk to European issuers and verifiers. And as you can imagine, that is quite problematic because my ability to receive credentials or prove things about myself should be limited by technical differences in technical choices that are being made. So, in order to solve this interoperability problem, we have published a proposal in July containing 4 different initiatives or work packages for which we are seeking sponsors. Together, these work packages, when completed, these work packages will ensure that Aries framework JavaScript is in fact interoperable with the European ecosystem, meaning Aries framework JavaScript based wallets would be able to communicate with European verifiers and issuers, etc. For the sake of brevity, I won't go into too much detail about the work packages themselves and the work they include in this video. However, the proposal is publicly available online as a Google Docs document, and I invite anyone who is interested to know more to read the document. More about the document at the end of the video. But lastly, sponsors can contribute to these work packages individually, enabling them to only contribute to the work packages that they are actually interested in. So far, 2 of the 4 work packages have been partially funded, and we started working on those. And in the next section of this video, I'd like to give you a quick update on what we've done so far and where we're at. So, work update. The first package is the SDJWT package, which stands for Selectively Disclosable JSON Web Tokens. And this is basically a credential format that is required by the ARF, but not yet supported in Aries framework JavaScript. Here's a very high-level overview of the architecture, how we envision the architecture. Aries framework JavaScript is a modular framework, meaning it contains optional modules that developers can pull in or leave out depending on their use case. So therefore, on the top left, you see a module, the SDJWT module, which will be newly introduced into the framework. The core logic related to the processing of SDJWT credential or the credential format itself will be handled by an external dependency that we also develop, that you see in the bottom left. And using this approach, we ensure that well, these efforts are both beneficial inside and outside of the context of the framework. So developers using the framework would use the module, but other developers in other ecosystems that don't use Aries framework JavaScript, but still want to process SDJWT formatted credentials, they can then use the library below. Yeah, we have mostly been working on the library on the non-module component so far. So I don't have any very interesting output to show you. However, on the bottom left, you see the URL to the repository of that project. So if you want to check it out, you can do so for yourself. Next, OpenID for verifiable credentials. OpenID for verifiable credentials is sort of an umbrella term for a bundle of specifications that describe the processes around issuance and verification using issuance and verification of verifiable credentials using the OpenID protocols. This work package will introduce 3 new framework modules to the framework. One for each typical SSI role. So we have a module for the holder, we have a module for the issuer, and we have a module for the verifier. These modules will depend on a set of libraries created by Spherion. And these libraries provide the core logic regarding these specifications, and the modules again are the layer that binds that logic to the rest of the framework. Our CTO Timo recently recorded a video for the Jobs for the Future Interoperability Plugfest. And in this video, he demonstrates our Paradigm wallet, which is an open source and Aries framework JavaScript based wallet. And he demonstrates the issuance and verification flows using the OpenID for verifiable credential standard. For the purpose of this Plugfest, that logic was directly implemented in the wallet code itself instead of in the framework directly. And we are currently working on migrating that logic out of the wallet and into the framework, and cleaning it up, and etc. etc. Finally, thanks for watching. I hope I could give you some insight into the work we're doing and what we're working on. I would once again like to invite you to read the proposal for yourself if you're interested to know more. The link is displayed at the bottom of the screen, but I'll also put it in the description. And if you're interested in sponsoring one of these initiatives, then please reach out to me at kareem@animo.id, and we'll pick up the conversation from there. For now, thank you, and until the next one.